Good morning, my fellow Cules. It is time for everybody's favorite Barcelona morning show, Wake Up and Barca. Good morning to you all. Mandox, how we doing? We're going to a lot to talk about today. We're going to talk about Messi contract updates. We're going to talk about Depay transfer news updates. We're going to talk about Griezmann. Is he happier playing for France? Here's a little spoiler. He is. He's much happier playing for France. We're going to talk about all the transfer updates. Who else does Barcelona need to sign? Yes, we will take a look at the newly unveiled 2021-2022 kits. I'll give you my thoughts on it, and we'll talk about whatever else comes up. We'll be reviewing the headlines, and the chat is live. Before we get to all that, of course, my friends, we got to start things off the right way. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuning in to the undefeated Mustache John.
Yes, indeed. Let's go. Brandal, good morning to you. Referee, good morning. One of my favorite names, referee. One of my favorite names on the channel. Let's jump right into things. Let's pull up la news de Barcelona. And, excuse my runny nose, my goodness. Allergies, people. Allergies. All right, we're going to start with Depay transfer news. I'm thinking we're not going to get a signature until Netherlands is done with the Euros. Let's see what we get in the news articles here. Recently found the song for my intro. Can't stop listening to it. Yeah, if you remember the name, put it in the chat because I completely forget. My hair is crazy today, you guys. Look at this nonsense. It's a free song from YouTube. I think I probably typed in funky and then listened to 2 dozen songs before I found that one. Nobody, good morning, sir. I go back and forth between calling you nobody and whatever. And it's hard phonetically just to keep going with the sentence when you refer to somebody as nobody or whatever. But good morning to you. Ayush, good morning, sir. Hazries, welcome back. Cancelo and Bernardo swap news. Cancelo and Bernardo, who? I know who Cancelo is, but which Bernardo are you talking about? Because right now, the Cancelo and Bernardo that I think of is João Cancelo and Bernardo Silva, who are both at Man City. So are you talking about both of them coming to Man City? Or coming to Barcelona? Is that what we're talking about? Are you saying Cancelo and Bernardo Silva? I would take Bernardo Silva at Barcelona. 100%. I would take Bernardo Silva. He is a crafty dribbler. Really would open things up in the midfield. Ooh. I don't know about that swap. Cancelo and Bernardo Silva for Dembele and Sergio Roberto. Hazards, we'll get to the new kit here in just a little bit here. Man City said no. I would probably say no to that too. To be honest, that's questionable. I don't know if either club really benefits from that deal. If Dembele and Sergio Roberto go to Man City, I would imagine Pep Guardiola would use Sergio Roberto in the midfield, not on the right wing. I would think that Pep Guardiola would tear what little hair he has left out of his head with Dembele's finishing if it does not improve. So I don't see Dembele being a Pep Guardiola man. I just don't see it. For that reason alone, I don't think this is happening. If you look on the other side, we have Dest. We're bringing in Emerson. I don't think we need a third right back in the form of João Cancelo. I would take Silva. I would definitely take Silva. He's crafty on the ball. Creative player, excellent vision. I would take him, but I think the rest of it for both sides doesn't exactly make sense. So for those reasons, I'm out. For those reasons. What's up, Henry G? How we doing? Is Emerson taking Dest's job? I don't think so. I really don't think so. Give me 1 second there. Sorry. I don't think that's happening. I think out of the starting lineup, who's most likely to lose their job with Emerson coming in, it's actually Jordi Alba. I think it's likely that Emerson comes in and the playing that time that he gets might actually move Dest over to that left-hand side. Jordi Alba has become a defensive liability over the last few years. Amazing player over the years, dedicated Cules. At the same time, you gotta call a spade a spade. All right, we've got young upcoming players. If you've watched the last couple of seasons, you've seen Jordi Alba slowly put out less offensively and become more of a liability on the defensive side. So I think at the end of the season, we're actually going to be looking at Emerson on the right, Dest on the left. That's what I'm thinking. That is what I'm thinking, my friends. I could be wrong. Emerson could come in and maybe share time with Dest, but I think more than likely, by the end of the season, maybe not at the start, but by the end of the season, Emerson right, Dest on the left. That's what I'm thinking. Let me catch up on the chat here. Cancelo can play as defensive mid. He played many times in that position. I'm not a huge fan. I'm not a huge fan of taking wingbacks and converting them to center mids, even if Pep Guardiola is going to do that sometimes. Andre, hello, good morning. Did I miss anybody else? Hazries, I think I got you. Henry, I got you. What else? So anyway, back to this swap deal. I don't know. I don't see that happening. I don't think that works for either side. I really don't. I'm curious to see what kind of playing time Emerson gets, though. Have you seen Roberto liking all the Korean picks so he won't get sold? I did not see that. No. Have I seen the new away kit? I have not. We'll take a look at the kits here in a bit. I'm not in love with the home kit. I can tell you that. I think that the other players will look better in it than what I'm looking at. Quick glance, I'll probably be a little bit happier with the away kit. We'll do a little reaction video here in just a few minutes. We'll see what happens. Have I seen all of the Coleman picks. Okay, not Korean. Okay, I was going to say, why Korean? How does that make any sense? I'm not understanding the tie. Coleman, have I seen him liking all of the Coleman picks? Listen, you guys got to understand, it's not always up to the manager as to who gets transferred and who gets signed. Yes, they have input, and depending on the club, they might have more influence than others. But I don't think Ronald Koeman is calling the transfer shots right now. I think it is 100% Joan Laporta who is calling those transfers. So anybody who goes out right now, I don't think you can blame it on Coleman. I don't think Coleman is given free reign of the players here at the club. I don't think that's happening. Given the fact that Laporta is unsure of Coleman's long-term future, why would he let him make those decisions as to who's going to be a part of the club and who's not? I think Joan Laporta is building this club, and he's letting Coleman manage it for the next couple of years until Laporta hands it off to somebody else, a la Xavi Hernandez. I think that's what's going on there with the transfers. So whoever comes in or out, you can't get that mad at Ronald Koeman. Excuse me. I might have to blow my nose again. My goodness. Allergies. Barcelona are looking to sell Konrad. That's another thing that we can talk about. Konrad de la Fuente is looking at a move to Marseille. So let's do Konrad de la Fuente. And we'll go ahead and share the screen. Marcel in talks with Barcelona over U.S. men's national team Konrad de la Fuente. Another one, Marcel in negotiations with Barcelona for Konrad. Barcelona in Konrad de la Fuente talks with Marcel. Stars and Stripes even. Konrad de la Fuente faces potential transfer from Barcelona. So all signs pointing to the young American who has not debuted for the senior squad in La Liga yet. All signs pointing to him being transferred. Now, I think this is a good thing because if you look into the details, which I did read up on yesterday, if you look into the details, it is a loan with an option to buy. So I think that gives the young American playing time. That gives him a new experience playing in a different league. And then if he comes through on the other end and Barcelona want to keep him, awesome. If he plays well and it looks like he's not going to be suited for Barcelona, but Barcelona can make a little profit and he goes somewhere else in a top European league, in a top club, I'm okay with that. Marseille, not exactly a top club, but they did make it into Europas this year, so he'll get some European competition. So overall, if Konrad Del Fuente is not going to get playing time on the senior squad at Barcelona, rather than having him play another year with Barcelona B, I think it's the right decision to go ahead and loan him out to a club that's going to give him exactly that, regular playing time, development that he can then use, maybe bring back to Barcelona, maybe we sell him for a profit down the line. Either way, I think a loan move makes sense. Particularly, listen, Konrad couldn't get in to the starting 11 last season with the players that we had. Konrad could getting tongue-tied already. Konrad did make the top 18 several times, particularly in the beginning of the year, but he never actually got onto the pitch in La Liga. He had a couple of Copa del Rey experiences. Now we're bringing in more players. We're bringing in Agüero. We're bringing in Depay. Who knows who else might come in? Nobody's left yet. So it's going to be even less of an opportunity, even fewer opportunities, I should say. There's going to be even fewer opportunities for Konrad to get playing time at Barcelona. So it just makes sense. It just makes absolute sense that he's not ready for Barcelona. Let's loan him out. Let's get him some playing time. We'll see what happens. On top of that, if you're Konrad, this is the year before a World Cup. He's on the brink of maybe he could make the squad, maybe not. So the year before a World Cup, going into that, you want to be at the best club that you can with the most playing time available. So it's not just the best club where you'll get the most training, the most, the best experience. It's where you're going to get the playing time. Where will I be in the starting 11 week in and week out so that I am match fit going into World Cup season? That's really what you want. If you're Konrad De La Fuente, if you're any of these players that are potentially on a World Cup roster, you want to go somewhere that is going to give you a regular start for the next 9 months. That's what you're looking for. That is what you're looking for, my friends. Hazri's thoughts on UFC 263. We will talk about that on another stream, my friend. We don't have a lot of time for Wake Up in Barca, so we tend to stick to Barcelona on that one. But I appreciate you asking. We are going to get into MMA BJJ content here. It is going to happen. Let me get caught up on the chat after that rant. Yes, they do need to sell older players first. Why is my fan not on? I need to turn this fan on. Sitting here sweating. My goodness. Anyway, what else we got? Okay, so we've talked about Depay. We've talked about Konrad De La Fuente. Might as well talk Messi contract, see if there's any update. There's not going to be an update, but we'll go ahead and look. Cesc Fabregas outlines Lionel Messi hope as clock ticks on Barcelona contract talks. Details of Lionel Messi's new contract. We've only got 14 days, less than, I think. Let's see, 2 weeks ago, the report of Inter Miami. Again, that one doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that he would put in a contract, in 2 years, I will go and play for this specific club in MLS that just started, and we have no idea what their future holds. Could there be an option to buy, like, hey, if he goes to MLS, Inter get first bid? That's a possibility. But I just can't see it being a done deal, guaranteed 2 years, Lionel Messi goes to Inter Miami no matter what. I don't see that happening. It doesn't make any sense. Does not make any sense at all. So we'll see. How do I feel about Griezmann's statement that he feels more free in France than Barca? We talked about that a little bit, and I completely agree with him, and I understand. Barcelona is a different beast. There's a lot of expectations with him coming in. I'm sure he felt a lot of pressure, and so when you see him play for France, he is surrounded by players who trust him. He is surrounded by a nation of supporters who love him. It's not really the same at Barcelona. You have to actually flow through Messi. I think it's a prerequisite for scoring a goal at Barcelona. And you have to finish your chances, Griezmann. We talked about this yesterday, actually. Not yesterday, Monday. Monday. I put out a whole clip about it now that I'm about to rant about it again. So, Henry, go back and watch my clip on are Barcelona too harsh on Griezmann? Is he judged too unfairly? I think was the title. It's right at the top of my playlist. Go back and watch that little rant. It really explains why Barcelona fans get frustrated with Griezmann. So go back and watch that, if you please. If Messi does leave, what club would he join? I think Man City is still most likely. If for some reason he were to leave, that's most likely. Did I watch Loki? I did. I watched the first episode of Loki. Again, I don't want to get too far away from Barcelona on Wake Up in Barca. But, yes, we can talk about Loki. Ayush, if you want to message me on IG, we can chat about it as well. Referee says, according to Sport, that Barcelona have been informed by Donny van de Beek's agents that the player would like to come to the Catalan club after the failure of Wijnaldum's transfer. I would love that. I would love Donny van de Beek. I think he needs a fresh start from Manchester United. And if he wants to come to Barcelona, bro, come on over. Let's see here. Signs are reported that Arsenal are also looking at him. I saw that yesterday. Major update on Donny van de Beek's Man United future. Red Devil Armada says Van de Beek's campaign, Arsenal, blah, blah, blah. So Fabrizio Romano says no talks between Arsenal and Manchester United. That's pretty big news. Let's try this. So no mention of Barcelona in that one. We'll try Van de Beek, Barcelona, and see if we get anything different here. Dennis Thorne, what's up, dude? Man City in the house indeed. I'm sorry about your Champions League disappointment, but there is always next year, my friend. Always next year. Ronald de Bauer makes Danny Van de Beek Manchester United. I always blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Nothing. I'm not seeing any news of Van de Beek mentioning Barcelona. Not seeing any of that. Not saying it's fake news, but it might be fake news. Might be fake news. Oh, second episode released today. Have not watched that one yet. Only saw the first one. No spoilers. No spoilers. Thorne, how you been, my man? Good morning to you. What else? I'm saving the kits for last. What else do we need to talk about? We talked about Depay. We talked about Messi. We talked about Griezmann a little bit, but I talked about him a lot on Monday. We talked about a potential Man City swap that I'm not a fan of. Ovi, what's up, dude? Oh, paper's going on. Too much schoolwork, huh? You got to take time to enjoy yourself. You got to take care of your responsibilities, of course. That's number one, but you got to take time to enjoy yourself. Yes, indeed, Dennis Thorne. Just sitting here watching the wheels go round and round, as they say. Euros. We can take a look at the Euros real quick. What's funny is these are technically the Euros 2020, but everyone keeps calling them Euros 21. But then people are like, oh, it's 20. Let's get upset and argue about whether we should call this the Euros 21 or the Euros 20. Expectations on Turkey cooled off real quick after that Italy 3-0 loss. Wales and Switzerland 1-1. Man, Christian Eriksen, very scary, very sad news, we'll say, with that collapse. So still wishing him all the best. He's in hospital right now, saying that he's doing well given the circumstances. So that is good to hear. But we definitely, you can definitely get scared by those kind of occasions. Belgium looking good. England sneaking in that 1-0 win over Croatia. I thought they just got the tactics right in that one. Let's look at the standings, though, instead of going match by match. Are we done with the first round? Yes, we are totally done with the first round. Okay, so we'll do a nice little recap here of the first round. Let's start with the group of death, because that was yesterday's games. Portugal, France, Germany, Hungary. Portugal getting, the 3-0 over Hungary. Ronaldo with 2 goals. He's going to score goals, folks. He's going to keep scoring goals. He's a physical specimen that just doesn't seem to age over the last few years. It's actually incredible. Still waiting to see what Ronaldo does in terms of his Juventus future. But we'll see what happens. News on Gaia. I don't think Gaia's coming to Barcelona. I just don't see that happening. Everyone needs to know how to do CPR. Sure, everyone needs to know how to do CPR. Yes. The France and Germany game was pretty interesting. I thought France dominated most of that match. Germany unlucky with the Mats Hummels goal, as Ayush mentioned there. Excuse me. That really puts puts Germany in a hole. But I think Germany beats Portugal. I think France also beats Portugal, and I think Portugal end up getting third in this group. Working our way up here. Slovakia with a surprising performance, doing quite well against who was it? Against Poland. Yes, it was against Poland. Lewandowski not doing enough up top. I think he ended up having the fewest touches out of all the Polish players. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Not responding to that one, troll. Anyway, Group D, Czech Republic, England, Croatia, Scotland. That one's going to be a little bit curious. I think Czech Republic end up slipping up there, and Croatia and England end up moving through. I can't see the World Cup runners-up not making out of this group, although Czech Republic and Scotland, they're going to have a puncher's chance. So it won't be an easy walk, but I think England and Croatia make their way through. Austria, Netherlands, Ukraine, and North Macedonia. I'm sorry, North Macedonia. Don't think you have a prayer in this one. I think Austria and Netherlands do enough. Probably win out against Ukraine and Macedonia in their next matches. I think that's going to be an easy walk for Austria and Netherlands. This one also interesting. So Denmark protesting, saying that they want to replay the match where Christian Eriksen dropped. So I don't think that's going to happen. Historically, they've never done anything like that, so it probably won't happen. But that means Denmark are going to have to really push. That's like a little mini group of death, actually. With Denmark, Russia, and Finland, they're all evenly matched, I would say. Belgium, obviously the top winner there. But for the fight for number 2, that's kind of like a little level B group of death, if you will. Italy, Wales, Switzerland, Turkey. Another good group. I think Wales probably do enough over Switzerland, and Turkey, with a disappointing result after Italy, I think continue on that downward spike there. But overall, I don't see anybody knocking out France. I just don't see it happening. Anyway, Henry, did I see that? Did I see that UEFA are letting Barcelona, Real Madrid, and whoever's into next season's Champions League? Yes, I did. And folks, we'll talk about that. So UEFA have backed out of their threats of not allowing Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Juventus into Champions League. Let me prepare my shock face. Oh, I'm so surprised. Nobody saw this coming. I definitely haven't been saying this the entire time, that UEFA just want money, and banning those clubs would result in less money, and therefore they're not going to do it. Gee golly. Okay, I've been saying this the whole time, friends. I've been saying since day one that there will be no suspensions, that there will be no fines, because they don't have that power. At the end of the day, you have to remember the reason why Super League started was because those clubs wanted to break up the monopoly that UEFA has. So UEFA is so concerned about maintaining that monopoly, about making sure that they get the money out of these tournaments. Why? Give me one practical reason would they suspend those clubs, which would result in less money. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make sense, friends. All right? It's just not happening. It's just not happening. My goodness. Ahmed, good morning to you, sir. Good morning indeed. I don't even know what else to say about the the UEFA stuff. I've been saying it the whole time. And Dennis Thorne too. Yeah, Dennis Thorne's been messaging me offline for months. Thorne is actually one of my big advisors on this channel. Been giving me a lot of insight on all the happenings around the world. Yep. Let's take a look at Copa America, and then we'll take a look at the kits, my friends. So Copa America, Argentina trying their best. Got a draw against Chile. Messi free kick. It was gorgeous. Barcelona fans have seen it time and time again. But still, as Ayush said, not enough to get the 3 points over Chile. I think they play Paraguay next. The Copa matches are a little bit later. We'll do some Barcelona. We'll do some Argentina matches later on here. Ayush, yes, I know you're here. Argentina versus Uruguay is next, is it? Let's see. It is Argentina versus Uruguay. Interesting. Luis Suarez against the Magic Man, Lionel Messi. We'll see what happens. Thoughts on Europa Conference League? The Europa Conference League is a joke, particularly after shutting down Superliga. And then they're just like, no, you can't do that. We're starting our own little separate competition that's going to include more teams and blah, 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 blah. It just waters down. The more trophies that you have, the more watered down each one becomes. Take a look at boxing. There are so many world championships in boxing that it almost doesn't matter if you have one. In the UFC, it's different. There is one per weight class, right? So what's the metaphor there? Don't have too many trophies available in Europe. If you have a dozen European trophies available to clubs, then each one carries less weight. That's just how it goes. Hamodi, I love you, but you're so wrong about that. You're so wrong about that. There is less than a 0.000000000000001 chance of Neymar coming to Barcelona. I love you, but it ain't happening. I did not see Rudiger bite Pogba. Maybe I do need to look at that. I saw the headline that Pogba said that the bite was nothing. Didn't need it. Yeah, no Levi today. Very surprising. He's a staple on this channel. I'm with you, Hazries. I think that celebrities and YouTubers and whatnot getting involved in the fight game brings a lot of eyes to it, brings a lot of potential money, but it really waters down the sport itself, and it sets a different expectation because you're bringing in a different audience that is looking for chaos, looking for a circus, as opposed to looking for skill and martial arts. So there's a little bit of a difference. Ayush, that's good. That was good, Ayush. All right, let's do it, friends. Let's take a look at the kits. Why not, right? Bring this up a little bit more so you can see that. So we'll do Barcelona 21-22 kit. We'll take a look. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Let's take a look at what we got. So this is it, friends. This is what we're looking at. I don't love it. Also, Ansu Fati looks good. And some of the players will look good. But here's what we're looking at, friends. In and of itself, not loving it. It seems pretty confused as to what style it wants to go with. We're seeing 3 different stripe patterns just on the front. On the top side, away from the crest, you have a big red cross with tiny little stripes. Then on the crest side, you have slightly thicker stripes. And then the whole bottom of the torso is slightly thicker stripes than that. It's just a little bit confusing to look at. It does not flow well. I don't hate the colors. I don't hate the colors at all. It did kind of a classic, not claret red, but a classic kind of Barcelona red with a new modern Barcelona blue that you saw more in the 2017 kit. So I don't hate the colors, not in love with the design. I would have rather seen just the consistent stripes that you see behind the badge. I would have rather seen that width all the way through the torso. I think that's what I'd rather go with. I just don't. Yeah, I don't love it. I don't love it. Color's okay. The cut is okay. I'm all right with that. I mean, we didn't do anything crazy like go with a collar or anything like that. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Is there anything about this that you love or that you hate? Yeah, okay, I get what they're going for. It's designed like the crest. I get it. I think there's a better way to do that. Like, if you notice on the crest, it has the gold divider with FCB across it. Having the Rakuten logo doesn't serve the same purpose. So I get what they're going for, but there's a reason why the crest is the crest and the jersey is the jersey. Plus, if you're going to do that, then do the Catalan stripes on it. So I'm not in love with it. I'm definitely not in love with it. I'm going to give this, it's not the worst in the world. I like it better than the checkers that we saw in, 2015. But I definitely don't like it as much as this kit. This is a sick kit. I like this. I'm gonna give it a 5.4 out of 10. 5.4 out of 10. That's the best I can give it. And I'll say that's generous. But I will say that I'm holding out hope that this actually looks better on the pitch. That when there's 11 Blaugranes wearing these kits on the pitch, that it actually looks a little bit better. Fingers crossed. That's what I'm hoping for. We'll see what happens. Thank you, Ayush. Yes. That's good stuff. Good stuff, my friends. All right. Let's take a look at the away kit too. Might as well do that, right? All right, away kit. Oh, I'm thinking it's this purple one, right? That's what Ayush had sent me, and not this crazy. That's the anniversary kit. Okay. We're looking at the purple kit, friends. Now, this ain't too shabby. I don't hate this. I don't know what the hell that is. That ain't it. I would have loved to see this kit. If this ends up being a third kit, I'm okay with that. This is very retro. I don't love the cap on the sleeves there, the beige. Maybe if it's more like this with the navy and a little beige stripe, I'm okay with that. But that's fake news. All this is fake news. Don't worry about that. This is what we're looking at. Biggity boom, biggity bow. Not too shabby on that purple. A nice little violet, a nice lavender. Guys, I'm going to look good in that. This might be my kit for this year. I don't know who I'll get on the back. I only get club legends. Des was a bit of an exception because first American to play for Barcelona, so just legend by default. But I do not get a name on the back of the jersey unless you are a club legend. So don't know who I'm going to get on the back of my purple jersey, but that kit looks pretty good. Not a classic Barcelona, but our second kit and our third kit do tend to be a lighter color, something a little bit flashier. I'm going to give... It's subtle. There's not a lot going on, but I like the color. I like the badge, the little highlights that we got going on. I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. I'm okay with this. 8 out of 10. We're only going to wear it probably twice all season. But yeah, so 5.4 for the home kit, 8 for the away kit. That's the official numbers. You don't even need to go anywhere else to find ratings. That was it. So that's all. Good stuff. But is this the third kit? I don't know if that's official or not. Oh, I see. Okay. I don't like it with those socks. This one. I want to know more about that pattern in the background. It's very Barcelona. It's also very 90s, which I feel like was more of last year's style. I don't hate it, though. It's pretty funky. I like the blue. I like the pink trim on it with a little bit of black just to tone it down. It's not bad. Again, I don't know if this one's official. I don't know if this is official. It's a little bit louder than the purple kit. I'm going to give this a 7.2 out of 10. I like it, but I'll also say I'm a little bit biased towards a more subtle, a more classic kit. So I'm going to give this one a 7.2 for the third kit. So those are the ratings. We got a 5.4 for the home kit. We got an 8 for the away kit. And we got a 7.2 for the third kit. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Yeah, but also that third kit, who knows if that's real? Who knows? Who knows? Hamodi, you're hilarious. Listen, let me just level set with you, my friend. We get trolls in here from time to time, but this community is based off of intelligent, educated supporters, not just for Barcelona, but for lots of different clubs. So when you come in and you want to get attention by saying silly things like, "Ooh, Aguero at left back, Hala Madrid," that's fine. You'll get some attention in this way, but negative attention is only going to get you this far, and then you just get ignored, if not silenced. So be a part of the conversation, be a part of the community, have fun, of course. You can say nonsense things, but if you're here just to get attention off of saying silly things, it's not going to jive too well. This is, like I said, is a very educated community who have opinions that actually come from something other than just being silly. So just letting you know, my friends. For those of you that have been here a while, you know what I'm talking about already. And point being, no one has responded to you. Get what I mean? So this is about conversation. This is about connecting with people. But you got to actually bring something to the table, right? Have an opinion that's worthwhile. That's all I'm asking. Anyway, folks, I think that's going to be it for this morning. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and joining me on this beautiful morning. I hope everybody has a great day. We will be here again on Friday for Wake Up and Barca. All of the Barcelona headlines, transfer news, club drama, all that stuff. Whatever happens. That's going to do it, my friends. All right, I will see you on Friday for another Wake Up and Barca. This was great. Thank you all so much for tuning in and taking a ride. We'll catch you next time. Mwah.